Okay, welcome everybody. Sorry about that. We had some technical difficulties. Welcome to Card Talk and Other Things, week 22 at our odd time. Yeah, YouTube YouTube changed things.
They changed their whole format and did not inform anyone.
Yeah.
So we go to get on, and guess what? It won't stream.
Yeah, and then we had to, because I have a lot of minimal space on my screen, so
Yes.
I couldn't see the go live button. It's so stupid.
Yes,
All
but
right,
we have it now, so we're here. All's good.
You know, a
Anyway,
few minutes late, but whatever.
yes, it's an odd night this week because Liam started his new job this week,
Yes.
and he has to work tomorrow. So we decided we would do a Friday night episode.
Yeah.
See if you guys actually like this better, or whatnot, or even an evening episode better. It doesn't necessarily have to be Friday. It could be an evening episode. Capture top. I don't know.
Just some stupid thing.
Yeah, they're giving us all kinds of weird stuff, and yeah. Anywho, Team Dark Sin. What? No.
What?
I don't know where that came from. Anyway, okay. Project Dark Sin, 1980 El Camino SS. Update if you guys did not watch this past Wednesday's episode. Well, spoiler alert. Sorry, guys. You guys missed some good stuff. We got the seats mounted.
Yeah.
We got the firewalls finished painted pretty much. We've got some of the wiring's been reran, which we still got to kind of redo.
Mm-hmm.
The fuel pressure regulator's been moved. One of the fuel lines has been redone. Still got to redo the main one, but one of them's been redone. Put the shifter back together. Yeah, we did quite a bit this past Wednesday for a 30-minute episode that actually took us 3 hours. But yeah.
That's the magic of editing.
Yes.
Yeah, so
I actually figured out the other day when we were recording that 1 hour.
kind of off screen.
Okay.
To warn you.
Okay. 1 hour of filming in hyperlapse equals out to 45 minutes. Or no,
45 seconds.
45 seconds. Yes. Yeah. So, if you guys are watching one of our videos and it says that the hyperlapse part's 3 minutes, it was basically 3 hours. Or not 3 minutes, but yeah. 3 seconds? No, 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
Like 30 seconds. It's like, 45 seconds an hour, so like 3 minutes would be like almost 4 hours.
Or 3, something like that. Anyway, yeah.
I just got off work, so I'm kind of...
Yeah, and I'm kind of the same way. My brain's kind of... But, yeah, just be careful, moms. Yeah.
I'm fine. Okay.
Right, let's see, what was I else was I going to say? Okay, we did the, yeah, we're going to try to do some work on the El Camino this week, but with Liam's new work schedule, plus it's a holiday week with Thanksgiving being on Thursday, it just depends on with Liam's work schedule and all that. If
Now, we'll be able to record Monday or Tuesday.
Okay, then
Yeah.
if we can record Monday or Tuesday, then there'll be a new episode Wednesday. So
Yeah.
there you go. Answers that question.
And next Saturday I also have off, so this Card Talk and Other Things will be back at its normal time.
Okay, so yeah, next week we'll be back at.
Yeah, back to normal schedule. No
Now,
other
now
no
will
changes.
will it stay that way, or are we going to have to do a flip flop every other week? Or
It's pretty much going to be this like this every other week. We're going to have to.
okay, so it will be Friday, then Saturday, then Friday, then Saturday. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay,
we'll keep everybody updated.
Yeah, you guys will just have to get used to that. But hey, it is what it is. Anyway,
That's what I was going to say.
why did I sing it? Anyway,
Because
and I keep saying anyway. I've said anyway, like 100 times anyway.
So Dark Sin, we're probably gonna try to finish up the engine compartment.
Yes.
At least painting and,
Painting-wise,
and maybe
yes.
wiring wise in some areas.
Yes. Can't do the frame rails yet because that takes that special paint, so
yeah.
can't really touch those
But
yet.
we can take like scouring pad to it.
Yeah.
Maybe knock some of the rust off. At least
Yeah.
get it ready.
We can
Cleaned
ta-
up a
yeah.
little better. Yeah. Maybe
Yeah,
power wash it again.
Yeah. Although I'm trying to
Use
keep,
a little degreaser.
I'm trying to keep the surface rust down as much
Well,
as
we have to
possible.
degrease the part under the engine.
Oh, yeah, the cross member.
Yeah, so we're probably going to
Yeah.
be doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And maybe finally get some silicone on the firewall.
Yes.
Because we said we're going to do it in the last two videos.
We keep saying it, and then we get off doing something else, and then
Yeah.
I completely forget about it. Then by the time I'm proof watching the video, I'm like, wait, dang it, we forgot to do the silicone again. But we'll get it. You know, it will get there. We promise. We promise. It will get put on there.
Probably want to wait until after we weld it anyway. But that's just
Actually, now that I think, because we are planning on welding it in at some point.
Unless you want to just cook the silicone off that right after.
Yeah.
Something to think about at least.
I don't know. We'll figure it out as time goes. Right
Yeah.
now, I'm not that concerned with it, so
Yeah.
just want to get the silicone on it, seal it up from
Yeah.
burnout smoke. It'll also help with tingy.
Yeah. So we're gonna get a lot more paint, a lot more coatings. This upcoming month. So look for that.
Yeah, because once I get the stuff for the rust in the floor, we'll be able to get the floor on the bottom and on the top completely painted, sealed up. Then we can get the seats permanently mounted.
Yeah.
Then it will be just, dash, get the door panels in it.
You're going carpetless for at least for a while.
Yeah, that's what So it's just going to be it's just going to be pretty much bed liner, top and bottom, which will also act as a heat resistor and a sound deadener.
Yeah.
And it will get rid of the car won't have the echoey, tingy sound that they do when you don't have carpet in them. So
sound less like a race car.
yeah, exactly. Won't be
And you won't have to wear earplugs while you're in the cab.
Yeah, yeah.
That's always a bonus.
Yes.
MX-5, we're still on hiatus, but as soon as I get my first check,
We will start getting some stuff going on.
which should be
that.
sometime the week after next week.
Yes.
Yeah, that'll help out, and we'll at least get started on maybe fixing the paint.
Yes. The new location thing is still happening, just not 100% sure on.
When?
Yes, how quickly it could be.
60 to 90 days.
Yeah, somewhere around in there. Yes. So,
So,
yes, but
MX-5, we already talked about that. Anything else? On the MX-5, yeah, pretty much the first thing. Again, I've probably said this before. First things we're going to work on.
suspension.
Just work out, change the rear end,
Mhm.
suspension,
Yes.
transmission.
I did. However, I
Yeah.
did on just by chance. Not gonna want to say what I was looking for because yeah.
That's still up in the air.
But I was on Facebook Marketplace the other day cruising around and I came across a 5-speed transmission for
Yeah.
a Miata.
No, I don't necessarily need a 5-speed transmission.
Well, no,
A
but
4 would be fine.
it said Miata 5-speed, and I was like,
well, wait, it's 5 and 6, isn't it?
something like that.
You
but
can get them. You can find them in either or. I think. Forget the 4-speed thing I just said because
yeah, I think it's 5 or 6.
yeah, because
But
I'm working for 12 hours straight.
I just happened to come across it by accident, and I was like, well, William might want to see this, so I sent it to him. I'm like,
it looked clean. I mean, at least from the outside. Who knows what the hell's in the inside? But I'd take it to a transmission shop I haven't gone through anyway.
Yeah, but the guy, they wanted what was it, like $250 for it?
Yeah.
I was like, hey.
I'm probably gonna have it gone through a rebuild.
Yeah, I'm like, that's a pretty damn good price for a freaking manual transmission. I mean, that's a huge deal right there.
And of course, but I mean, it is gonna have to be stock. I am gonna have to use a stock clutch, just for
Okay.
the class of racing I'm gonna be working.
Okay, you
with.
can't run like a twin disc or
But with
puck style or
yeah,
nothing.
with it, hey, we have to get a new computer because the automatic transmission computer won't work with it. Because
Well,
automatic transmission.
that as long as we don't have to repin any of the plugs, hopefully it should just be a computer swap out. You just
Yeah.
take this one out, plug this one in, boom, done.
Even if you change the plugs, I can do that.
Yeah, repinning normally is not quite that hard.
Depending on the plug.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So that clutch master cylinder, all this other stuff.
Oh, that's gonna have a hydraulic clutch in it. So that's
Yeah.
good. Yeah, that's a little bit more fun because you got spacers and shims and clutch bleeding and stuff. But
Yeah. Then there's all the lines for it.
yeah,
We can get rid of the oil cooler on the front of the transmission.
no, we're not gonna get rid of it because
Just
it's
use it for
brand
something
new.
else.
Yeah,
We might get like a oil. I don't know if I can use an oil filter relocation kit.
I'll probably take it and put it on Darkson.
There you go.
Yeah, extra
'Cause-
trans cooling.
Yeah, if you can get that to, it's universal. So
It's
might have to do some reducing.
No,
on the
those
exact same hose
those are
link?
the exact same. Yeah,
There you
yeah. I've installed hundreds of those. That was the exact same.
Yeah.
I've used them
Now
a billion times.
I got the specific size for my car because of the hose size.
Yeah,
So I don't know if the hose size is different.
they're 3/8 based.
That sounds about right.
They're the same size as a fuel line. They're 3/8. So
All right, cool.
Yeah.
We'll go a little long today just because we started.
well,
late,
we
but
started late. It's a Friday night.
we're more relaxed.
Nobody really gives two.
We're awake more or less
More than we
we
normally
would
are.
normally we would be on a Saturday. So
Yes, although I am.
I'm delirious
I'm a
because I
little
worked all day.
Well, I'm a little medicated,
As you.
but I'll be okay.
All right, want to get to our first subject?
Oh yes.
Now
First
Donnie
subject.
doesn't like this.
Oh
Or
my
Big D doesn't like this. Sorry.
It happens. Anyway, I do not like this. It looks. I'm sorry, guys.
I haven't even showed him yet. I'm not going to show him yet until we talk about it a little bit.
It looks like a goddamn triangle. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Try to figure out what we're talking about. We're not going to try not to say what we're looking at on the other screen.
It looks like an Egyptian pyramid going down the road.
Actually, it reminds me of a DeLorean.
It looks like the stratosphere in Las Vegas.
It's probably what a DeLorean would look like. In
this day and age, if the
they stay
DeLorean
on-
kept going.
Yeah. All right, we'll just show you.
Wait,
hit the wrong button.
wrong button.
Over here. There we go. Found it. Okay, this is the Tesla Cybertruck.
Yes, Tesla's coming out with a truck, and it looks like a triangle.
It looks like a stealth fighter.
Yeah.
An F-117 stealth fighter.
The-
If you
the-
look that, or
the-
I'll look that up. Hold on.
The Stealth Fighter has even better lines than that. I'm just saying. That was
117.
straight up a frickin' triangle.
This is a stealth fighter.
And it has better lines
Yeah.
than the frickin' Tesla truck. I'm
Now,
just saying.
this is one of the first planes that had to use a computer to fly it, just because of its angles.
because it's bagels?
It's angles.
Oh, angles. Yeah.
I like-
Hello, I heard bagels.
Why, you have bagels? I'm really starving right now.
No, I don't.
Anyway, like I said, we're more relaxed. So we're probably a little
We're
funnier.
more relaxed, so probably gonna be more funny and goofy this late at
Yeah.
night. To be honest with you guys,
It might not be a bad thing for us to
you
do this every
guys,
Friday.
you guys are getting more of our normal personalities. You don't get at 11 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday. I'm sorry, you just don't.
Yeah, maybe nights are time.
Nights might be more our thing. It might.
We
I
might
don't
do this
know.
on Saturday nights instead of Saturday morning.
Yeah, you know.
Anyway, yeah, so back to what we're talking about.
The driving triangle.
The driving triangle instead of the flying triangle. I kind of like it just because I always loved DeLoreans.
But it's all glass. I love DeLoreans too.
Actually, I've always wanted to buy that company. If I ever win the lottery, I want to buy that company and start making them, but with carbon fiber.
Did you know?
You know how the frame was fiberglass, right?
Yes.
That's why they're like a
And
fire danger.
And the bodies were stainless
Imagine switching
steel panels.
Imagine switching it to carbon fiber frame. It'd be stronger, more rigid.
Yeah.
And then you K swap it.
Well,
then you K swap it. Use all the original parts. You
and
K swap it,
and,
and then you start putting that into production. People
There you
will
go.
buy them like hotcakes.
Did
anyway.
you know that
Yeah, turbo.
a guy
We
with
should
the
get one.
largest DeLorean collection
Yeah.
and DeLorean specialist that restores them and works on them for other DeLorean collectors is actually in Merriam, Kansas.
It's too far away for me to get one.
I used to actually deliver parts to them when I worked at CarQuest.
That would be a great idea for us to build. We have somebody that
Why
does
do I
carbon
have a
fiber. We
damn
get a
thing
DeLorean,
telling me
copy the
that things
frame
are
into carbon
happening?
fiber, put all the parts back on, K swap it with a turbo, and you have the fastest DeLorean ever. I wonder what the quarter mile would be in that. No, thank you. Thank you for subscribing.
Okay. Just happened to look down at my phone and
We got a
it
new subscriber.
says that we just got a new subscriber. What did it say her name was?
Don't say it.
Oh, yeah.
Just keep that private.
Yeah, I'm not going. Yeah. I'm just going to call her Jay.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes. Thank you for subscribing. We really do appreciate it.
But yeah, but it is a Tesla. It's going to be freaking fast, too.
Well, yeah.
I wonder what the aerodynamics on this thing are going to be. Oh, imagine putting a wing on the back. Put a wing on the back.
It would help with the damn body lines. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I kind of like it just because I'm weird, but just because it's a Tesla truck,
Okay.
I like it just on the fact that I don't really care what it looks like. I'm interested in the see. But they had a problem with their glass is supposed to be shatterproof, but they threw a baseball on it during the reveal, and the shatterproof glass shattered. So
yeah, they might
want to rethink that design. Maybe it's just how wide it is.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a strong feeling that they're probably going to do some.
Well, it's better than tempered glass.
Well, yeah,
That's for sure. So if you get in a wreck, you don't get glass shards all over you, and you're aspirated like glass shards.
Well, then maybe they should run like sand.
But the body's stainless steel. It has solar panels on the top. I think I haven't really, because I was at work, I didn't really get to.
Yeah, the whole entire top is basically glass. You're in a fish bowl. You are going
Well, all
to
Teslas are like that.
You are going to get cooked.
The Model 3, the Model S, the Model X, they all have glass roofs. So
Why?
just because. Well, modern air conditioning, you don't really care if the sun's
But
coming in on you.
on
And plus,
top-
I think they have shades.
But on top of that, okay, who says that okay, I'm going to make a car with an entire glass top. That's safe. What happens if you flip the son bitch over?
But the bed style kind of reminds me of the Avalanche, like the early Avalanche where it had that angle on
I
the back.
wasn't a big fan of the
Oh hell
Avalanche
no!
either.
Nobody was. That's why they stopped making it like that.
They were very short lived. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
That's back when the Aztec came out, the van that with the same body designs.
Yeah.
That bombed
Yeah,
dramatically.
the Avalanche totally bombed.
Okay, now
We do have a correction. Oh, wait, are we going on to that now, or no?
we can wait. Go ahead.
Are we going on to
The other one.
the other thing?
We can. Do
Okay.
you want to?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes, because it is a correction from what we've been telling the people. because we thought it was a.
No, that was the fake one at SEMA. Somebody built. So it was like a demonstration.
It wasn't a legitimate thing.
We're talking about the electric Mustang. Yeah, the non-legit. There was a non-legitimate electric Mustang that somebody built privately. That was kind of a demonstration.
They had it at SEMA.
And they had it at SEMA, but this is totally different. This is the actual.
Okay. This is an actual thing,
production,
and they are calling it a part of the Mustang line.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a Mustang SUV that's electric.
Yeah, pretty much. It's called the Mach-E.
Yes.
Which it kind of spits in the face of the Mach 1 a little bit, I think. Making it SUV
Yeah,
and using the term Mach.
It's a freaking damn SUV with a Mustang nose on it.
I don't know who's thinking of this crap at corporate.
Oh.
Some kind of corporate douchebag
Think
thought
about
that
it. Think about it. The Hemi Cherokee.
Yeah.
All-wheel drive. Chevy had to, or Ford
Had to have something to compete with it.
Ford had to be the first one to respond to it before Chevy did.
Yeah. And
So Ford said, screw it. We're going to take a Mustang, make it look like an SUV.
well, all they would do is take an SUV and take like a Tahoe and put a freaking
like a Camaro front end.
Corvette engine in it, probably an LT2. That's all they would do.
And make it all-wheel drive.
Probably put a supercharger on top.
No, because
Use the LT7.
Yeah,
The new
'cause
LT7.
Ooh.
The new LT7, but turbochargers use a supercharger.
And an all-wheel drive setup
Yeah.
on like a
Now, if I was GM, I would go with that. That would be badass. But back to this.
Yes. Yeah. So this is
4-door SUV with a Mustang front end and
That is-
a new 5.0, or no, not the 5.0 engine.
It's electric.
But electric. Yeah.
yes.
Great for it.
It's all electric.
I think it'd be cool with the 5.0 engine.
You know that they're going to come out with a gas version too. This is
Yeah.
Ford. I mean,
Or at least like
and-
limited production gas version.
yes, and
for
it's,
enthusiasts.
It's got a Mustang front end, so you know they're gonna do something with
Yeah.
a gas engine.
They'll put a new 5.0.
Yeah, they'll
Yeah.
put like a Coyote motor in it or something, or even if Ford don't, somebody else will before the next SEMA.
Yeah.
Somebody will come to SEMA next year and have an all-wheel drive, big old friggin' supercharged Coyote motor in it. Friggin',
Who
this
knows?
is what you could do.
It might be like on the Explorer chassis or some shit like that.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
somebody could just take an Explorer chassis, take the body off the Mustang, put it on the Explorer, and call it a
Yeah.
call it a thing.
Call it a thing, make it a thing, and
I
make it do
don't
its thing.
like it. I don't like Fords, but
I'm not.
I just don't like the name. I don't like the look. I don't like the fact that they made it an SUV.
Like
I'd
Ford,
rather
like
see.
Ford ain't got enough SUVs already.
Oh, wait if police start using these damn things. That could be a market they're shooting for. Because this would be a perfect police car.
Yep, because
It'd be freaking
Well,
spectacular.
you got to think about it.
Because it's on an SUV chassis, you can put bigger batteries in it too.
Yeah, and the police have been using the new the Hemi Cherokees.
Yeah.
So
Echo.
they might be trying to take that away from Chrysler as well, trying to get that nice little contract because they've already had
Yeah.
the police contracts for how
Why-
long with the
Well-
Ford whatever the hell.
Well, they have the new
thing.
Ford just came out with their new Explorer, or what is it? Their Explorer Intercepted, which is a hybrid. It has an
Yeah.
electric engine, it's all-wheel drive, an electric engine in back, and or some crap like that.
So if they did that, then why did they need to do this?
Well, because maybe, I don't know. Maybe this is like this
Because-
is 2021 though.
Because they're assholes.
This is 2020. Might be an option for police to start getting these because they're starting to use Tesla.
Okay, maybe they're gonna pre-order them. I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, shifting gears again. We're gonna. Yeah,
You want to switch to NASCAR?
yeah. I'm over the Ford friggin' electric Mustang SUV
Okay.
piece of shart.
We're just gonna go straight to the results. as most people that follow NASCAR.
Well,
Pro
I
Racing.
wasn't going to go straight to the results. I was going to go through everything and then tell them the results at the end,
Right.
hence all the pictures. But you already
Bam.
posted it up there, so they already know the results.
No, they'll forget about it. Just keep going.
Anyways. All right, got to start at the beginning. Blow that crap up. Anyway,
Well, it's hard to do that.
there we go. Now I can see it. Hey, I'm a real boy. Anyway, okay, so final race, Homestead, Miami, in Florida. Race length 267 miles. You guys can see the screen, and you know how to read. 80 laps in stage 1 and 2. 107 laps final stage, 45 mile an hour pit road, and fuel window 64 to 66 laps. Next.
Next slide.
Next slide.
Oh, I gotta do
This
something.
one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Whoa, too much.
All right, there we
This was 40 almost 400 from Miami. This was lap 5.
go. So,
Um,
Bush was up there since the beginning.
Yeah, I was. Okay. I was basically showing in this one that from the start of the race, they had all 4 cars that were the championship cars were the first 4 that led the race. There was no
Yeah.
like qualifying.
They just started from the get-go.
Basically, yeah. Well, on top of that.
Did
we
they get
also-
any practice at all?
No, they didn't. I do not believe they got it. Wait, no, I think they opted for practicing on Saturday instead of qualifying on Saturday.
Today's Friday.
No, last week.
Oh. Oh, this is from last
This
week.
was from last week. This
Okay.
is last
Okay,
Sunday.
so-
This is done. This is the race. This is it.
Okay.
Race done. Yeah. This is end of season. Results, who won the championship, whole
Exactly.
9 yards. So, anyway, so from the start, beginning of the race, you had Harvick and Hamlin up front, and then Kyle, and then Truex. Anyway, things did get a little bit more exciting. This was basically just a picture that I took right after the previous, so you kind of knew who was what and yada yada yada. Championship 4.
What am I doing?
Wait, what? Wait.
Okay.
Okay. We are now where we at 42, and this is stage 1. And we're talking about Kyle Larson. Or were we talking about Kyle Larson? Were we talking about Kyle Larson, or was I showing you the leadership board again?
Did he somehow sneak up in the? He was currently second at this point.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he was running second in the race, but of course he's not in the. So, if you guys are noticing, the top 4 up top will occasionally be switching. That's because, not necessarily because of they're leading the race or anything like that. It's where they're at on the track, determining upon where they finish at the end of the race. They don't have to win the race. It's who finishes where. If someone finishes ahead of the other 3, they've won the championship.
Yeah,
So
pretty much it.
so that's why they
That's the point standings as the race goes on.
Yeah.
If the race would end at that point.
well they don't have no points.
Yeah.
It's literally whoever's in the
Yeah.
front of who is who wins the championship.
Awesome. Okay.
So at that current point, Truex, the guy I wanted to win, was winning. This was just basically a overshot view of what Homestead Miami looks like.
Yeah.
I've never seen it before. I thought it was kind of cool, and they put it up on the screen. So I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna take that picture because
We are not sponsored by Coca-Cola.
no, we are not by any
We are not
way,
claiming.
shape,
We're
form,
not
or
claiming it's
manner.
not showing that on the screen. Okay, here we go.
no."
Legal disclaimer. There,
Yes.
right here.
Okay, now I did this one because Jimmy was running really good. Okay, and they were talking about why Why Jimmy hasn't retired yet? Is he going to retire soon? Stuff like that. They were talking to him about that, I guess, before the race. And Jimmy pretty much told them that he has been in a low. He literally, as of this race completion on Sunday, this is the first season that he has had without a win.
Yeah.
He went a whole season this season, not one win.
Yeah.
But he said to the retiring question, I'm not going to retire when I'm in a low. I'm going to retire when I'm on a high.
Yeah.
So he's determined that he's going to get back on a high.
Is it just? Do you think it's just him, or does he think it's his team?
It's the crew chief. Remember, and that's what the next picture is going to be. Let's switch on to the next picture, and I
It's
will.
a good thing I said that then. It's a nice segue.
Okay. This is the 24 William Byron. William Byron is the reason why Jimmy Johnson is in a low.
Okay.
And you are saying, why you say that? Because Hendrick moved Chad Knaus, his crew chief.
Oh, okay. That's stupid.
Jimmy's winning crew chief. They were the ultimate team that was winning them all them championships. Hendrick decided to move him.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to take him off of a champion driver, and we're going to put him on a rookie upcoming driver. And because of that, you can literally see in that picture right there, last year and this year, comparison to having Chad Knaus as a crew chief and not having him as a crew chief.
Yeah.
Top fives last year, 0. Top fives this year, 5.
Yeah.
Top tens last year, 4. Top tens this year, 13.
Yeah.
Laps led last year, 64. This year, 233.
Yeah.
So,
Average finish 14th from 22 the previous year. Oh man.
yeah.
Yeah, that says a lot about the crew chief.
So, yeah, that answers your question right there. That tells you right there how good of a crew chief Chad Knaus is. He took a freaking rookie and literally in one season of being his crew chief made that happen.
Yeah. Pretty much
And-
doubled, if not tripled his performance.
You also got to realize William Byron is the youngest driver in NASCAR right now. He's 21 years old.
Wow. I mean, when I was 21.
So, yeah.
All right.
Next picture. Next slide. Matt DiBenedetto.
What?
He is switching teams. He is no longer going to be driving the Toyota number 5 next year. He is switching over to driving for the Wood Brothers.
95.
I said 95, didn't I?
Whatever.
Anyway, yes, he's switching over to the Wood Brothers Racing. He will be driving the 21 as of next season.
Who had the 21 last? Wasn't there a famous driver with the 21?
21 since the Wood Brothers came back has been several different people. Yeah, that's Matt. That's the end of round 1 results. Matt Kenseth wins round 1. Matt Kenseth dominated.
This is the championship.
Yes. No, that's not the championship. That's your top 5.
Okay,
But-
so Truex was in first.
Yes.
Wow, okay.
Yes, Truex dominated stage 1.
Wow.
Dominated. He led at every lap, but I think like the first 4.
Yeah.
Once he got out front, there was no catching him. But if you look, stage 1, you have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you have all 4 of your champions
Yeah.
at the end of stage 1 in your top 5.
Yeah.
Race off pit road to determine who starts where at the beginning of stage 2. Truex still stayed at number 1. Kyle Busch was up 1, so that put him in second. Larson went down a spot. Hamlin went up a spot. Harvick went down a spot, and so on. So, yeah. But Truex won the race off pit road, so he got P1 starting stage 2.
Okay.
And, of course, he dominated stage 2. If you look at those numbers, those are how many seconds the other drivers are
Wow.
behind him.
And that in racing, that's a lot.
Yes. So Larson was a second behind. Kyle Busch was a little over 2 seconds behind. And Denny Hamlin was almost a full 3 seconds behind. So, yeah. But that ain't crap to what numbers you're going to be seeing at the end of this race.
Okay.
Yeah. This was, what was this? I thought this was pit times, but on how many seconds took them into pits. But
I can't read it.
But now I'm starting to think it was how far they were behind the leader while the leader was still out on the track and they were in the pit. Like,
Oh, okay.
you know what I mean? Like the leader's still out on the track going around.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And then I think that's the time of how much they were behind the person in front of them. I think. For all you NASCAR fans, if I'm wrong, please correct me on that. This was what was
40 to go?
Yeah, 40 to go in stage 2. At this point, Kyle Busch was actually leading.
How'd they switch?
What was it?
Like a span or something?
I think it was. It was under a green flag.
Pit?
Yeah, green flag pit session thing.
Oh, wow. So they had a bad... So
Yeah,
Truex had a bad pit.
Was that... He had a very bad pit, but I can't remember if it was in this stage or if it was in stage 3. I think it was in stage 3. Go on to the next picture and I'll know. Maybe it was stage 2.
Because that position change can only be explained.
Oh, yes.
Can only be explained by a bad pit.
By this picture, yes. Okay, so what happened was, okay, stage 2. And there's a tire guy that'd be getting fired after that race.
Okay, that says a lot.
Okay, you're dominating, and I mean dominating. Guaranteed, you're gonna win this thing. You come in for your green flag pit stops, leading the race. You go back out on the track and instantly get called right back in. Why? Because the fucking tire man took the right side tires and the left side tires and put them on the wrong fucking sides of the car.
And immediately noticeable.
Immediately noticeable. Different compounds. Different inflations.
Yeah.
Whole
Yeah, throws off the car.
Yeah, throws everything off.
Yeah.
Put him down a lap.
Wow.
I was.
So this was a high-speed race with minimum wrecks, huh?
Yes. Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
there was no wrecks.
Wow.
0 wrecks.
That's crazy.
Yes,
They're always
zero
out there.
wrecks. There was 1 or 2 solo spins and 2 motor blow up, but that was it.
Well, those high speeds for that long, your cooling system better be on point.
Yes.
Especially in what, Texas?
No, Miami, Florida.
Miami football.
Yeah,
Same
Florida.
might as well be.
You got crazy humidity down in there.
Oh.
Anywho,
Okay.
so yeah,
That'll
so
do it.
he got down a lap.
So Bush.
Then Bush took over from there for a little while.
Okay.
This was their
Excuse me.
this was their pit stall times. How long their pits took. So Kyle's and Denny's were right around the same time. Harvick's was pretty much a full second longer than the other two.
Okay.
But yeah.
Oh, did it again.
Okay, then stage 2 results. Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, Kyle Larson, Truex. You're like, how did Truex come back and finish in 4th? Let me explain.
One of the tires was bad. The
No,
guy messed
no,
up.
no. Sit down for a little story, my friends.
Well,
How did this happen? So, he's down a lap. Okay? But he is hauling balls.
Okay.
Okay? Same as almost gains up his whole lap back himself. And then we have a jack off do a solo spin.
Oh.
Well, that put Truex in the lucky dog position.
Was he high
So
when everybody else was lower?
what happened was this person was just, nobody touched him.
Mm-hmm.
He was middle of the track going through a corner. Car just decided to go whoop.
Yeah.
So because of that, and because of where Martin Truex was on the track, they threw a caution. He got his lap back.
Mm.
So when they came back to green from that caution, Truex had already come back in, gotten an adjustment. They had to wait on him
Mm-hmm.
because he's like, I'm at the back of the line. They got to wait on my ass. So he's like, okay, I'm going to do a little bit of an adjustment. We're going to top this bitch off with fuel. We're going to get 4 fresh tires. Whole 9 yards. Comes back out on the track. 6 laps later, he's in 4th place.
Well, yeah, you have brand new tires, and
He does.
everybody's like halfway through theirs.
No, everybody pitted because it was a caution. So
Okay.
pretty much everybody came in and pitted.
Mm-hmm.
But Truex,
Made a little more.
he made a little bit more time of his pit.
Okay.
He had like a 16 or 17 second pit stop. It was,
Yeah, they made some major adjustments.
yeah, it was pretty long. But yeah, they came back out on the track.
Made sure the tire pressure was perfect.
the race started back up, and Truex was like, "Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, pardon me, sorry, excuse me." Next thing you know, finishing 4th place at the end of stage 2. Talk about a comeback. Okay, this was race off pit road again.
He gained another position.
Yep, Truex got him another spot in the race off pit road. Pretty much, it looks like almost everybody. Well, Hamlin gained a spot, but almost everybody else pretty much stayed where they were at. And it also shows you pretty much everybody took 4 tires on that one.
Yeah.
So, yeah. This here is the first engine blow up of the day. Don't remember the name of that driver that drives the 42, and they didn't have his name up on the screen when I took that picture, so my bad. I don't remember his name, but he bloated up his car.
It's the guy that drives 42.
Yeah, that guy. This was Denny Hamlin and Kyle Busch were having a hell of a battle. Okay. The beginning of stage 3 was amazing with battles. Who was it? I think it was Hamlin and another driver at the beginning of stage 3. Oh, it was Hamlin and Harvick. For several laps, it was, nope, I'm ahead of you. Nope, I'm ahead of you. Nope, I'm ahead of you. Nope. Like, they would do that like 4 or 5 times a lap.
Yeah.
It was like, dude, serious. There was one point that the cars were 4 wide on the track. It was just, it was chaos there at the beginning there for a good 10, 12 laps of the beginning of stage 3. I thought for sure there was going to be a wreck because the action was pretty intense. And then it kind of mellowed out. But
once their tires started to go a little.
Well, Denny Hamlin and Kyle Busch basically were battling it out there at the beginning of the beginning of the stage, and then Hamlin ended up, surprisingly enough, at one point he was having a pretty darn bad day. He was at the back of the field back when Truex had to do his restart. And he pretty much had thought that his championship sights were gone. And then he comes back into stage 3 and his car suddenly, or not stage 3, it was somewhere around in stage 2. His car suddenly kind of answering to the adjustments, and next thing you know, he's up leading a good majority of stage 2.
3.
Yeah, stage 3, excuse me. Good majority of stage 3, and then his car kind of started going away, and by the end of the race, Truex was actually back in second. I think. Or was it Hamlin? I want to think it was Truex. Yeah, it was. Truex was in second. But you remember how there was that gap earlier in the race that I was talking about? And we were like, oh, that's a pretty big gap. At the end of this race, Kyle Busch had almost a full 7-second lead on Truex.
Wow. From
A
first to
half
second?
track.
From first to second?
Yes.
Wow.
Kyle was going down the front stretch and crossing the finish line when Truex Jr. was halfway down the back stretch.
Wow.
Yeah.
How fast were they going?
Well, you see, what had happened was another bad call on Truex's team. The gap wasn't so much that Busch was that much faster.
Yeah.
It was the last pit stop of the race, about 22, 23-ish laps to go. Everybody started doing their green flag pit stops.
Okay.
Well, his pit crew chief decided, let's keep him out for another 6-7 laps. keep Truex out. And then we'll bring him in. Well, basically what his crew chief was doing was, with that many laps left, they were betting on a caution.
Yeah.
And if they would have got a caution, they would have had more fuel, fresher tires than everybody else.
Can't bet on caution.
Not in your freaking championship race, and it's that close. No.
Yeah. Don't be making bets.
It's basically you either freaking
outrace them or you're gone.
Yeah, pit when they do, or stay the fuck out.
Yeah.
Don't change your mind 6-7 laps later and say, yeah, come in.
Yeah.
No. I would have, if I was Truex Jr., I would have told my crew chief, no.
Yeah.
I asked you 3 or 4 times, and that was a thing too, because the announcer people were even like, why isn't he coming in?
Yeah.
And he was asking. His crew chief changed his mind like 3 times. Yeah, come in with him. Last second. Yeah, never mind, stay out. And then, yeah, go ahead and come in.
Oh, yeah.
I would have been like, dude.
Motherfucker, I'm just coming in. I'm going to make my own damn decision right here in the car.
Yeah, because
I'm coming in.
I'm about to
You're
win.
not going to fucking stop me. Be ready.
Yeah, I'm trying to win this bitch, and you are fucking it up for me. I would, yeah.
If he's that indecisive, I'm the one driving the car. I'm like, I'm coming in.
That,
You be there or...
Exactly.
You know,
I would be
I'll
like...
just drive out the track and park this fucker right now.
Yeah, I would be like, you know what? With this many laps left, and I've got these tires and this amount of fuel, I'm going to risk it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With how little wrecks they've been the whole race, what, they're betting on a wreck?
Yeah, exactly.
These people know how to drive. It's like the best of the best out here. Come on.
Yeah. And they're,
They just got
zero wrecks all day, and your crew chief is going to say,
yeah,
I'm betting on a caution.
They just came off a pit stop. They have fresh tires, and you're betting on a caution?
Yes. Cost him the championship.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So he got screwed by a tire guy.
I would fire him.
And then got screwed by his own crew chief. So.
If I was a team owner, I'd fire his ass.
Yeah. Yeah, I agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as you guys know, I've been pulling for Truex Jr. for several weeks now because none of my favorite drivers were in contention. So I went with Truex Jr. because he's a good stand-up dude. So, yeah, and he got screwed.
Well, he didn't stand up enough. I guess his crew chief.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not his job to, but, if he's that indecisive, it's my call, and I probably would have called to come in.
Yeah. And then...
I would take, it's the end of the season. I would take the heat for it. It's my car, my call.
It was like Chase had just given up. Chase Elliott. Because you know how he had fought so hard to get that last point
that
or last 2 points to jump over into the next stage, and then we get to the final stage to go to Homestead for the championship, and he got beat out by one of the other guys by like 2 or 3 points, right? So for this race, since he wasn't racing for the championship, it was literally like he gave up. He ran in the back, and by the end of the race, I think he was down like 6 laps. Like, he just flat did not give a shit. Like, he was out for a Sunday cruise. He was like, fuck this.
I probably would just would have gone out there and done my job to the best of my abilities, but apparently he doesn't.
And he was just like, fuck this. I got let down like a mofo. I don't care.
Yeah. Or, there could have been... They didn't say there's anything wrong with the car or anything?
No.
Did they bother to check?
They weren't they didn't talk about him all day, except for they mentioned he's just down in the dumps and riding in the back and down several
Who
laps.
knows, his crew might have went out to lunch too, and he could have went out there with a fucked up car. But
Yeah,
probably combination of both.
yeah, probably. I did take a halfway
well-
decent picture of Kyle's burnout, though. That was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
For friggin' pausing it on TV and then taking the picture, that's a pretty good freaking pause right there. Like the smoke, the angle of the
Yeah.
car. Even though I'm not a huge Kyle Busch fan.
Are you setting up your tripod?
No, that was with me holding.
Yeah, I think you need to set up your tripod next time.
Yeah, I would zoomed in and did this. It was like, click.
Yeah. Get the tripod next time. Have it nice and still, framed perfectly. Make sure you're focused on the screen.
Yeah. Because I take the pictures as I'm watching the race, and then I send them to Liam, and then he uploads them to the computer.
I download them onto my phone from the text app,
Yeah.
and then I plug my phone into the computer and then transfer them to my computer.
Okay.
So it's a little more complicated than
Yeah.
you realize.
Yes. Especially with how many I sent him today, I'm like, get ready, because there's going to be a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yes, I did say today.
Yeah.
This race has been sitting on the DVR since last Sunday.
Which is
I
kind of
know.
good because you're still excited about it. So.
Well, that's why I did it. I knew that the live stream wasn't going to come up until later in the week. So I purposely waited until today to watch it so it was still fresh on my brain,
yeah.
you
Nice.
know, and everything. I wouldn't forget stuff and who did this and who did that and all that.
Yeah.
So,
Well, next week we're gonna have to find something else to talk about because NASCAR's gonna be
Well-
over with.
uh,
Any ideas?
we have Street Outlaws No Prep Kings, which is getting ready to end. So they've only
Yeah.
got a couple more episodes of that left, so we can talk about that because Ryan Martin right now, surprise, surprise, is ahead in points. When is he
Yeah.
not? However, Lizzie Musey is in second place, a very close second right now, behind him. So, yes, Kai Kelly's old lady is in second place.
Well, at least we'll have
But-
at least we'll have a nitrous car soon, so we can at least.
Well, we won't be at their level, but we will be able to partake in No Prep Kings events.
Yeah.
And let me tell you
Yeah, the
guys,
slogan.
let me tell you guys how and why. Each No Prep King event is 2 days. Okay. What you see on TV does not take them 2 days to film. When they're trying to tell you guys on TV that they only have 30 minutes between rounds, lies. It's more like 3 or 4 hours between rounds. Why? Because they have other classes. The other classes are just not televised. They have import classes, they have small tire classes, they have streetcar classes, van classes, zip tie classes. That
Yeah.
they have a lot of classes. Okay, that's why it takes them 2 days to record each one of the No Prep Kings episodes. So we'll be able to partake in No Prep Kings.
Yeah.
Just you won't see us on TV
At
because
least not yet.
I'm not putting out 3,000 horsepower like they are.
I don't know if you'll ever be putting out 3,000.
I don't think I will ever be putting out 3,000, and they've already got one car on there that one El Camino on there that puts out 3,000 horsepower, and that is Kamikaze.
But
So
of course, that's a big block twin turbo or some shit like that.
that is a all aluminum, big block, Morgan and Sons, Hemi style.
Okay.
Yes, Hemi style heads on a Chevy, custom made.
Yeah.
Fuel injected twin turbo. I think he's running twin 90. No, he's running twin 102s.
It's bigger than my head.
on a those guys don't do. I don't think he. I'd have to look at pictures, and there's pictures all over the internet, but I don't remember if he is running a air to water setup or if he's running straight off turbos into the intake manifold. Can't
He's doing
remember.
like methanol or something like that.
Methanol injection could possibly be.
Which is probably what I'm going to do in my S10.
However,
Right.
Kamikaze has been chasing Gremlins since going twin turbo and big tire with the El Camino, aka the Slut. Yes, the car is called the Slut because that car originally was owned by Flip, and he died after season 1, and Chief and Sean kept the Slut around and put her basically in a lean-to back behind the shop under some tarps. And then Kamikaze came along and they decided to bring the car out of retirement. Kamikaze bought the car off of him over time and all that. But the reason why that car was called the Slut was because Flip never had any money. That car was literally built off of other people's laying around parts.
Yeah.
So that's why they called her the Slut. But now Kamikaze owns her and she's got full tube chassis under her now and
Yeah.
just basically been redone. Full fiberglass front end.
Yeah.
Just, yeah. And the cool thing about Kamikaze that I like, though, is unlike 90% of the people on that list, Kamikaze has a regular job, pays for that car out of his own pocket, builds that car by himself out of his 2-car garage at home.
Yeah.
Like, sounds familiar?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's more with the Oklahoma thing. We relate more to Kamikaze than any of the other guys. He doesn't have big sponsors, and he works hard for his money and does all his own work at his own house. He doesn't have a shop,
Yeah.
you know. So, but then again, the regular Street Outlaws, we haven't seen him race on the regular Oklahoma Street Outlaws in 2 seasons.
Sorry, we still had the
But-
NASCAR stuff up. We're
Yeah.
talking about something else totally different.
But yeah, I don't even know where we're at on time.
We're good.
How long?
We can wrap it up if you want.
I have no idea, but
We,
yeah.
we did a full hour, so we're about 3 minutes
Yes.
past.
So we can start talking about Street Outlaws No Prep Kings. Street Outlaw Memphis is also going on at the same time.
More
so
drag. Pretty much, we'll switch to drag racing. Some of the
yeah, because
public events.
Yeah, because after the first of the year, I believe the regular Oklahoma Street Outlaws is starting back up. So it's going to be kicking off here pretty soon. So with it being winter and pretty much race seasons around the country being done, we're going to be scraping to find
car
racing
news.
car stuff to talk
Yeah.
about. So the good thing is with
We'll do
them
it.
having Street Outlaws starting back up, we'll at least have something.
I might put something together like new body styles for 2020, and just pretty much go through all the new cars.
Yes.
Well, at least all the ones that have changed their body style.
Yeah.
I think that'll be interesting, especially like foreign cars they're usually talking about.
Yeah.
The new McLaren.
Oh, we were going to talk about the new Vet today, but we'll save that for next Sunday because I think
Yeah.
they finally did
Well,
a release
Jay
thing.
Leno
or-
drove the first convertible.
Yeah.
I saw him do that on his YouTube channel. I will check that out.
So we'll get more in depth about that next Saturday. But
Yeah, we'll talk about more about new car models.
yeah. So we are. Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for today's live stream.
Yep. See you Wednesday with our regular show.
Yep.
And then next Saturday, 11 a.m.
Our normal time.
Mountain Standard Time, normal time.
Yes.
That's scheduled for next week. we'll see you guys then. Thanks for
Okay.
watching Card Talk and Other Things.
I'm Big D,
I'm Liam.
and we're out.